chapter, Isaiah saw the nuclear, the Third World War.
That's right. And the habit and the
HD and actually hologram.
And the spirit of
HG
hologram. The spirit of the Most High gave Elatar that revelation that the habitation of devils is talking about the wild birds that's going to inhabit this place. Now, to find that out, you go to the book of Isaiah, the 34th chapter. No, you don't have to get it. You go to the book of Isaiah, the 34th chapter, and it tells you about the wild, the habitation of devils. Meaning the wild birds and the scorpions and all. That's what's going to inhabit America. Like you got Hollywood, right? Hollywood is a prestigious place. Everybody wants to go to Hollywood. After the Lord gets through with America, you know what's going to dwell in Hollywood? Scorpions and wild birds. All right, sand, rocks.
Where Las Vegas was.
Which was a desert to begin with.
Which was a desert to begin with. It's going to go back to being a desert.
That's right. Go on.
Verse 3. For all nations.
And our forefathers saw this. That's why they recorded it in the Bible. And that's why we believe it. Because it's really in another dimension, it's already been done. All right? Go on.
For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication.
Well, the Lord said, it is done. So once he went on the cross and gave the Spirit, it's all, Esau can't turn it back. The Most High can't even turn it back. Just like Nineveh, the people in Nineveh repented, right? Because the Most High was going to destroy that place. Eventually, he did wind up destroying that place. But those are Israelites over there. That's why Jonah went over there to prophesy against it, because they were Israelites.
Well, I guess that made Jonah a false prophet. Because you guys were saying that, Elder Tar said that America was going to be...
Yeah, because Jonah, right, because the Most High did tell Jonah that this place was going to be destroyed.
That's right.
And he prophesied against it, and the Most High repented himself.
Right. So I guess
the Most High didn't say, well, Jonah, you're a false prophet.
Yeah, I guess that made Jonah a false prophet.
All right. For all nations have drunk of...
If I could say, see, you guys that had that attitude, you think by having that attitude that's going to prolong America. There's nothing that's going to prolong America. America is slated for destruction, man. That's it. All right, go on.
For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her.
Yeah, so the nations, they don't want that drink no more. They found out that somebody
spitting that shit
slipped a Mickey.
That's right.
They slipped a Mickey.
They spitting it right out of their mouth.
Yeah, the Chinese don't want that drink, that wine. The Chinese don't want it. All right? Even though Geithner went over there begging his flat white ass off, all right? The Chinese don't want it, man. That's right.
Geithner went to the hospital the other day to take out a damn kidney stone.
Look at that.
What, you ain't eating right?
Yeah, all that money you got. All that money you got.
You got the best of everything. But you got crackers, right? In New York City, right? In these exclusive hotels, you got Jake that one I finally made. I can lay in a bed that a cracker laid in. Well, you know what? You're going to bring home them damn bed bugs.
Yeah, sit on the same toilet that a cracker sit on. Yeah. Yeah, well, I guess with Geithner, he's still in shock from the time you went over there in China begging them to take that US dollar and they were rolling in the aisles laughing. So you're still in shock, you know? Go on. And we're going to make mockery of you because it is written, take up a taunting parable against the inhabitants of Babylon. That is written. So we're going to make an example out of your ass. We don't feel sorry for you. If you're looking for a sentiment of sympathy from here, you ain't going to get it.
Right, and while you and Alex Jones is trying to restore America and all that, we're watching the news, praying for watching for the next big thing, the next big major event to happen, man.
Yeah, that's right. That's right, man. You're like them hungry. Hey, like in that movie with what's his name? Will Smith. We're like them dogs. I Am Legend. When the sun was about to go down, them dogs. That's us, man. You know, we're ready to pounce. Go on.
All right. And the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies. And I heard another voice.
Yeah, all the nations, they got rich off America. All right. If you pretty much America is made up of what? All these other nations that came up here to make what? To make money. Yeah. And they really came.
Well, it was the Americans that really set up. It was the elite that really set up that euro. Right. And you thought it was the greatest thing since sliced bread, but now you're seeing you got European nations that want to pull out of the euro.
Yeah. pull out of the euro.
If Greece was not a part of the Eurozone, they could have fixed their society, man. All they have to do is either raise inflation the inflation rates. I'm sorry, their what's the term? Your credit rating. All you have to do is either raise it or lower it, or print some money until you got out of that mess. All right, but you couldn't do that because you're part of the Eurozone. You're down with 27 different other nations.
Yep.
It was a trap. It was a trap.
It's like the Federal Reserve note.
Exactly, it was a trap. Right, the Federal Reserve note. If you go back to prior to FDR confiscating the gold, you had what was called a $20 gold certificate, and you had $1 silver certificate or $5 silver certificate with $1 silver certificate on demand. You can go into any bank, and what the bank had was certificates and gold and silver. So you can go in there, take your certificate, and say, I want a piece of silver. I want a troy ounce of silver.
It was redeemable.
Now what they do is the government, the Congress, they coin silver eagles, gold eagles. Now back prior to the FDR confiscating the gold and the certificates, the actual paper, he confiscated that too. With a $20 gold certificate, you can get a piece of 1 troy ounce of gold, a gold coin. Now, what you can buy with that gold coin back in the 30s, early 30s, and the 20s, you can buy the same thing now. So back there, a $20 bill back there, in this society is worth what? Almost $1,400.
Yeah. Yep. That's how much.
That's right. That's the price of gold,
and that's a testament to how much the dollar bill has been devalued. And then you wonder why.
Right, because as soon as he confiscated the gold, a lot of Americans didn't even give up their gold. I believe it was estimated they got maybe like 40% of the gold. And they call themselves melting the coins down and making them into bricks and putting them into Fort Knox. Now what happened was you couldn't turn around and buy that gold back, but it was open to the European market.
Yep.
So Europeans could buy that gold at $20.
No.
Then what they did was they opened the market back up.
Right.
They got off of the gold standard eventually, and they said Americans can now buy the gold, but you know how much it costs? I believe it was It was almost $40.
Yeah, $35.
I think it was $35.
Yeah, $35. Yep.
So how did it go up so fast? Because what this guy did was, what the government did was, they printed almost twice the amount of paper. So what did he do? He devalued the money. So they devalued the money so much that what was worth $20 back there, you need $1,400 now. But these stupid idiots don't know what's going on.
That's right. Yeah, well, the Lord said, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
But not only my people, but Esau. Esau is fucking stupid too.
Yeah, well, yep.
They don't realize when they get a checking account, not a checking account, a credit card. Let's say there's $5,000 on the credit card, right? There's no $5,000 in that bank. That's created out of thin air as soon as you sign your name to it.
Yep.
So if you spend that $5,000, you got to pay them back $5,000 for your hard labor,
right,
plus whatever the interest rate is.
That's right. Well, and this is in violation. And who's really behind that? The so-called Jew. All right. And we found out that the Federal Reserve, ever since it was created, all the heads of the different heads of the Federal Reserve have all been so-called Jews. All right. And they're in violation of this law right here, Leviticus 19 and 36. It says, just balances, just weights, a just ephah and a just hin shall ye have. I am the Lord your power, which brought you out of the land of Egypt. Therefore shall ye observe all my statutes and all my judgments and do them. I am the Lord. So you're supposed to have a just weight and a just balance. Now, by you having that Federal Reserve note, that's not a just weight or a just balance. All right? By you able to have the power to inflate it, how can that be a just weight and a just balance? All right, go back to Revelation 18.
All right, I'm in the 4th verse.
Yeah.
All right, Revelation 18, now the 4th verse. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, "Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins."
Right, and that's what's actually going to happen. All right, when those chariots come, led by Yahushua, there's going to be an actual voice coming out of those chariots, and that voice is going to tell the elect to come up out of America. All right, to prove that, 1 Thessalonians, let's go to prove that. 1 Thessalonians 4, around the 17th verse, I think it is.
All right.
Because there's going to be an actual voice, and people are going to hear that voice, and they're going to bug the hell out. All right?
All right. 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, verse.
And there was periods of time where an actual voice did come out of the chariot. Yeah. I'll give you an example. When you had the transfiguration, when Yahushua went on the mountain, and he had Peter, James, and John with him, and he transfigured himself, there was a voice that came out the chariot, because the chariot came and stood right over him, and the voice said, "This is my beloved son, hear ye him." Yep. So there's periods of time where a voice actually did come out of the chariot.
Right, the chariot came down during the time of John the Baptist when the Lord was being baptized.
Yeah. Right.
You know?
So don't think it's impossible. All right?
Another example, again, brought up earlier, was that when Miriam got changed to leprous. Like I said, a cloud came down.
Yeah, the cloud
was in it. He spoke on it, saying, speak with Moses face to face.
Yep, that's right. Since you said that, if you go to the book of Deuteronomy, the 33rd chapter, it tells you how Moses received the law, statutes, and commandments. He received them by a chariot, and the chariot actually wrote it, etched it in stone. All right, with a laser, right? So don't think it's impossible. All right, you don't know the power of the Heavenly Father. Go on.
1 Thessalonians chapter 4, verse 16.
Go on.
For the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout.
And this is actually going to happen. All right, we're in the time when this is going to happen. This prophecy right here is going to happen. Go on.
With the voice of the archangel and with the trump of the Most High, and the dead and the anointed shall rise first.
Right, all the brothers that died knowing this truth, they're going to be risen first. So, we'll give you an example. Marshall, he's going to come back. Yaquab, Abba Bivens, they're all going to be risen up first. All right? Matter of fact, they're going to be the first ones in the chariots. All right? Go on.
Then we which are alive and remain.
Then we which are alive, because even while this destruction is happening, even while these missiles are bombarding this place, you're still going to have survivors, man. And those survivors is what you call the elect. All right? Go on.
Then we which are alive and remain
go on,
shall be caught up together with them in the clouds.
Right, so we're going to be actually taken up out of here. And that's what it means by, in the book of Revelation 18, when it says, "Come out of her, my people." We're going to be literally taken up out of here, man. All right? Just like in that Star Trek series, that saying, "Beam me up, Scotty." That's going to be us, man. But it ain't going to be Scotty. It's going to be the angels of the Lord. We're going to be beamed up out of here, taken up out of here. Go on.
Shall be caught up together with them in the clouds to meet the Lord in the air.
Yep. Read that part again.
All right. Shall be caught up together with them in the clouds.
In the clouds, what are those clouds? Those are the chariots of the Lord. If you go to the book of Psalm 104, and around the 3rd verse, it tells you that the clouds are the chariots of the Lord, which the so-called white man calls the UFOs. All right? Go on.
Shall be caught up together with them in the clouds to meet the Lord in the air.
Yep.
And so shall we ever be with the Lord.
And so shall we ever be with the Lord. Go on.
Wherefore comfort one another with these words.
Right. Now go from there to hold what you got in Revelation. Go to Isaiah 66. Because how is the Lord coming back? Let's find out. Isaiah 66 and 15. Let's find out how he's coming down.
Isaiah chapter 66, verse 15. For behold, the Lord will come with fire.
Right, the Lord will come with fire, because out of them clouds, which are really the chariots of the Lord, which you white people, you ignorant so-called white people call them UFOs,